Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For today's video, I'm going to discuss the Module 22, Human Environmental Factors Affecting Motivation, and the Module 23, the Classroom Climate and Social Emotional Learning, or SEL. So before we proceed to our discussion, let me read first the objectives. So at the end of the lesson, the students are expected to A. Students will be able to explain the concept of classroom climate and how it affects social-emotional learning and student motivation. B. Perform a role play depicting the effects of bullying in school and ways to prevent it. And the last one is show appreciation for the contributions of teachers, classmates, and parents to their learning and motivation. Module 22, Human Environmental Factors Affecting Motivation. Introduction. If the environment is defined as the sum total of one's surroundings, then environmental factors that affect students' motivation include human as well as non-human factors. So the example of environment on the student is the school, where in the school students can gain knowledge, ideas, and can find new friends on the school. Then, the immediate human factors that surround the learner are the teachers, other students, and parents. Okay, A. Teachers' affective trait. Studies suggest that management and instructional processes are key to facilitating learning, but interview responses emphasize teachers' affective characteristic more than pedagogical practice. It means is nagmamatter yung personalities ng teacher, like alam natin na even magaling sila sa lesson planning or kung gaano siya ka-competitive sa pagtuturo, mas mahalaga pa rin kung gaano daw nakaka-affect ang ugali, the way na pag-treat ng teacher sa students niya. Okay, researchers cite the 7 following affective characteristics of effective teachers: the caring, the fairness and respect, the social interaction with students, the enthusiasm and motivation for learning, the attitude toward the teaching profession, the positive expectation of student, and the reflective practice. So the caring, sympathetic listening to the student, not only about life inside the classroom but more about student lives in general. So hindi lang dapat natin pakikinggan yung buhay ng bata sa classroom, even in general, dapat pati yung sa outside or kung ano yung nagiging buhay nila sa kanilang pamamahay. So understanding of students' question and concerns. So as a teachers, we should understand what is or what are the questions and concerns, and let's accept the questions and concerns of our students. So knowing students individually, their likes and dislikes. So, alam naman natin na ang mga students ay have their likes and dislikes. So, the teacher should know that likes and dislikes of their students sa loob ng room. And personal situations affecting their behavior and performance. The second one is fairness and respect. So, in here, the students must feel the safetyness, respected, and valued sa loob ng klase. So, treating student as people. Of course, si teachers hindi lang student ang tingin niya dapat sa students, kundi as an individual. Avoiding the use of ridicule and preventing situation in which students lost respect in front of their peers. Dapat si teachers i-appreciate niya kung ano lang ang kaya ng students. Dapat di ma-feel no students na pinapahiya siya sa harap ng klase, like kapag hindi siya makakasagot ng tama, pagtatawanan na. So that is wrong. So practicing gender, racial, and ethnic fairness, providing students with opportunities for them to participate and to succeed. So ngayon si teachers dapat bigyan niya ng chance ang students na may pakita niya ang kanyang kakayahan sa klase. The teachers must give the students a chance to express her thoughts. One is social interactions with students. So, in social interaction with students naman is, we all know that it is important sa part ni teacher na maging interactive siya sa mga students. Like even there's interaction between them, but there's still boundaries. Basta maging friendly lang si teachers while mini-maintain niya yung pagiging teachers niya. Then, mag-guide or mag-facilitate lang si teachers sa students while doing their own task independently. Working with students, no, for the students. Hindi yung si teacher ang gagawa sa lahat, like spoon feed lang sa mga students. Interacting productively by giving students responsibility and respect, allowing students to participate in decision making. So, hahayaan ni teacher na mag-participate ang mga bata, but especially with respect. Then, of course, yung teacher is marunong makisama, lalo na sa may mga joking conversation ng mga student with limitation. So, having a sense of humor and is willing to share jokes. So, sa madaling salita, sa social interactions with students is ikaw na teachers ang magiging role model nila. You will be the one to support them to be a positive and engaging teacher to empower the students like us. So the next one is enthusiasm and motivation for learning. So encouraging students to be responsible for their own learning. So of course, teachers must show his or her enthusiasm and motivation for learning. For example, the teacher encourages his or her students to be responsible for their learning or their own learning. So mahalaga ito sa loob ng classroom to pursue and to motivate the students to pursue their dreams and goals in your life. And of course, maintain an organized classroom environment, setting high standards, and of course, assigning appropriate challenge, and of course, providing reinforcement and encouragement during tasks. So the next one is attitude toward the teaching profession. Having dual commitment to personal learning and to student learning, anchored on the belief that all students can learn. So, magiging dalawang pangako mo sa pag-aaral mo at sa pagtuturo sa mga bata na mas papaniwalain mo sila, no? Lahat sila ay matututo. Helping students succeed by using differential instruction. So, very understandable naman siya. Working collaboratively with colleagues and other staff. And serving as an example of a lifelong learning to his or her students and colleagues. So, gaya nga kaninang sinabi ko, is si teacher ang magiging role model nila. You will be the one to support them to be a positive para maging engaging sila sa pagtuturo mo. So, the next one is positive expectation of students manifested in striving to make all students feel competent. So, magiging strive ka. Sa pagiging striving mo na is mas magiging or mas mamomotivate yung mga bata na mag-aral para sila ay matuto. Communicating positive expectation to students. Example, they will be successful. So magkipag-usap ka ng magkukwento ka ng maganda na kapag nag-aral sila ng mabuti is magiging successful sila para mas ma-engage sila na mag-aral pa ng mabuti. And having high personal teaching efficacy shown in their belief that they can cause students to learn. So, magkakaroon ka ng mataas na personal na kahusayan sa pagtuturo para makita nila din magiging sanhi ng kanilang pagkatuto. So, the last one in affective characteristic of effective teachers is reflective practice, reviewing and thinking on his or her teaching process and eliciting feedback from others in the interest of teaching and learning. The next one is letter B, classmate. The need to belong. Basic, the human need. So the students who are accepted by teachers and classmates feel they belong to the class. The students who feel that they are part of the class look forward to attending and participating. And sense of belongingness enhances their learning performances. So lahat na nasabi dito is lahat is mayroong katotohanan. Kapag kasi nararamdaman mong belong ka sa isang tao or sa isang grupo is magiging active ka, and the bullying. Bullying obstructs the creation of a learning community. Learning environment cannot be safe. So, kung may bullying dun sa school is yung minsan yung environment is hindi na siya safe. So, by all means, bullying should be eliminated in schools. Can be mild, it can be intense or deeply seated and highly violent. So, dapat maalis na yung bullying kasi delikado ito. And the last one in Module 22 is say, parents as part of the learner's human learning environment. So, ito na yung magiging part ng parents sa learning. Follow-up status of their children's performance. Supervise their children in their homework or project. Check their children's notebook. Review their children's corrected seat works and test papers. Attend conferences for parents, teachers, and community association. Are willing to spend on children's projects and to get involved in school activities. Participate actively in school community projects. Confer with their children's activities in schools. Meet the friends of their children's and invite their children's friends at home. So, lahat nung nabanggit is yun ay parents, yung parents as part of the learner's human learning environment para sa kanilang mga anak na nag-aaral. So, let's proceed to the Module 23, which is the Classroom Climate and Social Emotional Learning or SEL. So, classroom climate, it is more product of the interaction between teachers and learning. So, marami nang magaganap na interaction dito between teachers and learning sa classroom climate sa loob ng room. How it is facilitating learning. It is something business-like and yet non-threatening where. So, specific classroom rules and procedures are clear. So, yung mga specific classroom rules and procedures are clear. Techniques to acknowledge discussion. Students are involved in rules and procedures. Of course, talagang may involve yung mga estudyante sa rules and procedures sa classroom. Acknowledge, reinforce acceptable behaviors. The next one is clear limits for unacceptable behavior. So, magiging clear yun sa kanila. Healthy balance between dominance and cooperation. So, yung pagiging cooperation na dapat balance between dominance and the teacher is aware to the need and happenings in class. So, exactly, magiging aware dapat si teacher kung anong nangyayari sa loob ng classroom and especially students' responsibility for their own behavior is enhanced. So, let's proceed to the Social Emotional Learning, SEL. SEL integrates academic, social, and emotional learning in collaboration for social emotional learning, CASEL. The cites 5 competencies. The first competencies in social emotional learning is self-awareness. Self-awareness is understanding your own emotions and thoughts and how they influence your own. So, it means being aware of your strengths, weaknesses, and how you react to different situations. And the next one is self-management. Ability to regulate your emotions and behavior in different situations. So, it involves here the managing of our stress, staying focused, and adapting your approach to different circumstances. Number 3 is responsible decision making. Ability to make positive choices and takes responsibility for positive and negative outcomes. This means considering the potential outcomes of your choices and accepting the result, whether it is good or bad. And the fourth one is social awareness. Social awareness, ability to take perspective and empathize with others. This means you're going to putting yourself in someone else's shoes and trying to understand their feeling and experiences. And the last one is relationship skills. Relationship skills about to establish and maintain healthy and meaningful relationship with others. This means being able to communicate effectively, collaborate, and build trust with those who are around us.